Still resistance, great persistence. DNA sound. Yeah, yeah. We go, yeah. We go, yeah. Yeah. It's the resistance, man.
Peace, what's good, y'all? Hope y'all doing great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing as usual. And this video is a quick video about we in February, Black History Month. Yes. Of course, you shouldn't have to need a 1 month to learn your history. Now I'm gonna say some things in this video that people are gonna get mad about. I really don't care. Because it needs to be said. Black History Month. I don't even think we should have Black History Month. And I'll tell you why. What is it? We've been having Black History Month for a while. And doing Black History Month now, to be fair, there are kids coming up, they should know their history, things like that. But I think it's a total contradiction to hearing the greatness and the things that went on in the past that blacks, African Americans, whatever you want to call did, things that was created, like the cotton gin, things that I learned growing up that I didn't even know, like the traffic lights and things like that, open heart surgery, and even going back into the Egyptian, we know the greatness. But when you look in the community now, we don't really see greatness. Now, this doesn't pertain to every freaking black person. We know that some black persons don't have to, doesn't really, qualify as what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ignorant. I'm talking about the savage, because it's cool to be a savage now. I always do that. I always do that. Apologize for that, y'all. But the savages, the people that's bringing us down, that's making us look fucking bad. All right, now around certain blacks, it's not you can't call out other black people when they do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always a fucking excuse. It's always, well, why you think the condition exists, and why you think the barrel exists, and who you think did this, and who you think is set up like this. Yeah, we know who created it. We know the 1% has their hands in things to create society a certain way. But it's not a fucking excuse to act like a fucking fool, man. It's not an excuse to be a savage. You know what I'm saying? I think we're using that shit as an excuse. Now, yes, some people grew up in poverty. Some people, that's all they know. Gang life, things like that. That's all they know. Their family members was a part of it. So I understand how you could get trapped and sucked into that shit. But if you're aware of, being sucked into it, that means you're aware that you can get out. You just don't. You just choose not to take that route. You choose to stay stuck. And of course, our minds, our egos justifies it. Well, the white man put us in this scenario, so it ain't my fault. And I think that shit is getting out of hand. Now, we don't talk to each other in our communities. You could be living next to neighbors; they don't say shit to nobody. The majority of neighbors don't even talk to each other. You go to the corner store, you got a bunch of brothers standing outside. You go in there, majority of the time, not all the time, but sometimes, especially like if it's people that you don't really know, they're looking to fucking rob you or some shit. You know, it, it's crazy, and I get it. I was talking to my friend the other day, and he made a great point where it's like some people we have to kill our compassion, and we have to kill our compassion for one another, because that's considered weak in the community. If you have compassion for another brother, or if you're just polite, and I've seen this because that's my personality. You know what I'm saying? You always have to reinforce it. Don't get it twisted, nigga. Don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna stand here and watch you punk me. And some people be like, all right, see, now I gotta turn it up. So now I gotta put a fucking frown on my face. Now I gotta fucking act extra hard. Now I gotta be a fucking savage just to survive. And I get it. And it's sad it has to be that way. So what I'm saying with Black History is, while we're teaching all this greatness and know about ourselves, I want to ask a question. It's a real big question. Do we think the people that came before us, the ancestors, like we like to talk about, do you think they will be happy with our existence right now? Do you think so? Because you can say the white man and all this shit, and to an extent we know that the forefathers owned slaves. This is history. I'm not making any shit up to my and to my to my white subscribers, my white family. When I talk about white supremacy, I'm not talking about every white person. Okay, now we know the forefathers were racist. Okay, so the system is racist, but it will go so far because in the community, like in my community, there's crime up and things like that. People are fighting for stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? When when our car got broke into and shit got taken out of it, you think it was the white man doing that shit? Nah, it was us. Okay, the gossiping, against each other in the communities and all this shit. And as soon as I turned my back, the dude that I thought was my friend is trying to fuck my wife and shit like that. The white man got something to do with that too, huh? Yeah, I know. The white man got something to do with that too. This is the shit that's going on in the community, okay? People have no respect for each other, none. But then we want to turn around and want other people to respect us. Shit just don't make sense to me. It just don't. And any person that comes out and calls us on our own behavior is a coon. So I take that fucking title because you see, I know who the fuck I am. If you don't know who you are and people start calling you names, then you might be affected because you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you're relying on other people's thoughts of what they believe you are. That shit even sounds stupid, but so I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm going by this channel is called This Thing Called Life. And I live in a black community. And the things that I am experiencing, I don't see how the white man is behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's our fucking behavior. So now, like I said, this is not about every black person, okay? There's people in my community that's out doing things. There's people in our communities that's mentoring little kids, showing them there's another way other than going the street route. Because like I said, I was in the streets for years and I ain't got shit for show for it. Okay? All I had was some shit that tried to be stuck on my record. Jail is a fucking that's hell on earth to me. I don't know how people. I went first time I went in there. I realized this is not who I am. Okay, I don't want to be, but with around dudes 24 fucking 7. You can't take a shitter. You got to take a shit around dudes. You got to bathe around dudes. That's too much dudes for me. Fuck that. So I I got another way now. Yes, the money didn't come as fast as it came when I was in the streets, but I could sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? I could sleep at night. I didn't have to walk around with heat all the time because I noticed when I used to walk around with heat all the time, it seems like any little thing somebody did, I was ready to pull that shit. You know what I'm saying? Any little uh like somebody's looking at me sideways or some shit, or I'm ready to pull it. And of course, the chicks loved it, so I was doing it like that too. They like the bad boys. I don't care what they say. Some of them, a lot of them like the bad boys. But it's a difference between being a warrior, man, and being a fool. You know what I'm saying? And Black History is supposed to be a day. I just look at it like I don't think the people that came before us that did all this work, these great things. Not saying we're not doing great things now, but we know what's going on in the communities, man. All right, I hate to just keep bringing up Chicago, but we know what's going on there, you know. And this is what no hope will do for you. This is what no hope. If a man doesn't have no hope, he's the most dangerous motherfucker walking. Anyway, like I said, in one way, we need to, there's kids that's coming up that need to know the history. This we live in the information age, so it's kind of different now. There's a lot of information out there about the things. There's white scientists that have to admit to certain things now because we came to that point where it's proven. But is it translating in our behavior to say, look, well, even if we have to, we always hear we come from greatness, we come from great for let's act great towards each other. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people that you don't like. There's people that I don't necessarily want to be around either. But it shows skill. It shows maturity to be able to deal with someone on a certain level and not have to be their best friends. You can agree with someone and still work with them for a common cause. That shows growth. Of course, in the hood, that's weak. You know what I'm saying? We know having compassion and taking the higher road, that's weak. We know that. Okay? Being the savage is the cool thing. The first stupid shit somebody say from you, go grab that gun and stop blasting. All right? You might, throw your whole life around, but you got the respect of the hood. That's gonna take you real. You got respect of the hood. You got respect of the criminals and the shot savages. You might go away for murder, but you won't be around your kids, your family. You probably lose your home, everything. But you got the respect of the kids. See, this is the stupid shit I'm talking about. Now we know when it's time to fight. If somebody come in, you gotta defend your life and shit like that. I get that. But the stupid shit that I be seeing dudes fighting over chicks, fighting. You know how much women there are in this world? It's ridiculous, man. It's like it's fighting for the stupid, pettiest shit, man. All right, but we supposed to be we not. Come on, stop it. This is why I say with the all black getting together shit, it's not gonna happen. All people are not gonna get along. Okay, now these people and this fucking Black Lives Matter movement. Let's convince ourselves first. Then let's work, and then we'll work on other cultures that hey, our lives matter too, because it doesn't seem like we believe that shit. I don't see the outrage when it's black on black crime. I don't see that shit. We don't see marches and shit like that. Yo, we gotta stop this. Nah, they pass it on. They pass it, let it normal shit. But as soon as the Caucasian come in and a Caucasian that's racist and they get into it, woo, everybody's there. Everybody's there. We gonna march. We going down. We tired of this shit. And then we go back to the hood and start gossiping on each other, plotting on each other. All right. Anyway, what you guys think? Like I said, nobody's gonna like this video because when it's time to look in the mirror at ourselves, they kill the messenger. But if you got an argument about it, I'd love to hear it. I'm not talking about no coon and your sellout shit. I'm talking about a real intelligent fucking comment of why I'm wrong. And maybe I'll learn something. Alright? Y'all stay blessed up. Peace. As y'all can, I don't know if y'all just heard, my stomach is growling. I'm about to go grub. Peace out, y'all.